Okay, so who is here for the first time? Do we have anybody attending for the first time? If you could just give me, okay, so we have Clara, Soraya, and we have Chasing Sunsets. I like that. So let me come over to you. Is it Clara or Clara? If you will unmute yourself, my love, let's say hello. If you're able to, that is. That's if you're able to. If you can't, that's okay. You can just open up your chat box, those of you who haven't yet. If you're dialing in and you're working, or if you've got things going on, that's absolutely fine. And Clara, I'm going to come back to you. Chasing Sunsets, my love, we need your name. If you're able to unmute yourself, let's say hello.
Hello, my name's Reva,
Riva, Reeriva.
Reva.
Reva. Hello, Riva. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yes, listen, gorgeous. I would like for you to put your name somewhere on your Zoom profile. Okay, it's important that when you are connecting with people, that we're for sure going to remember Chasing Sunsets, but you always want your name somewhere so that if they call on you or an opportunity comes your way, they can say, "Hey, Reva, over to you."
Yeah, I don't know how that got on there. I'll fix it.
Oh, that's okay. So if you go to your settings on your Zoom profile, you'll see that there. But how long have you just joined the program?
A few months ago.
Okay, so welcome. Is this your first coaching call?
Yes, it is.
You got busy.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Good to have you here. Where do you live?
Indiana, U.S.
Yes, I have been briefly through your state. I've road tripped your whole country, just about. Have not
Yes.
spent much time in Indiana. All right. How old are you, Reva?
65.
Nice, good. And where do you live? I mean, not where you live. What do you do? What is it that you do for a living?
I'm actually a mental health counselor.
All right. Okay. And specialize in any kind of thing or just general mental health?
It's general, but mainly PTSD.
All right. Okay. Do you mind if I ask what got you into that field?
Well, I've been in the field forever, so I just kind of grew into it that's like the clientele that tended to come to me.
All right. Well, I'm very happy to have you here, Reva. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You be sure to ask me any questions if you have any. We'll do a quick Q&A at the end of, well, we're going to have a short update from me, but otherwise, this is your time to connect with me with any Q&A, any questions, any feedback that I can help you with during this hour, okay? And then, Clara, are you able to unmute yourself or just give me a no or a yes? I can see you on your screen. There you go. Hi.
Yes, I'm fine. So I'm Clara Soraya Guerrero.
Clara Soraya,
And
of course you are. That's
yes,
beautiful.
thank you. I am from the Dominican Republic
Okay.
originally, but I live in United States in Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And I
Where about
am
in
60
Kansas?
in Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay.
Lawrence, Kansas, where the University of Kansas is
Uh-huh.
located,
Okay.
or Jayhawk. And
Nice.
yeah, and I have been living here in Kansas for 10 years. I'm 62 years old.
Wow. Oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
guys are good. I've always said there's something in the water in America because your skin is ridiculous. All of you. All of you.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. 62. My gosh, that's
Yes,
crazy.
62.
So Shauna is from Kansas City in Kansas. So
Oh,
Shauna, if you just wait,
nice, Shona.
okay? Yeah. And so
We
you
have to
guys,
meet Shona. My daughter lives in Kansas City, actually.
okay,
My youngest
okay.
daughter, that is 26.
That's awesome. So you guys have a potential connection happening soon. If your daughter
Yay,
lives
thank
there and
you.
you will be visiting her sometime, Clara Soraya, then you need to hook up with my girl Shauna.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
will do that. I actually
Okay.
go,
Tell me
yeah.
what you do.
So I work in procurement
Okay.
and I work in specifically on innovation. So I work at Hills Pet Nutrition. It's a pet food company. We
Okay.
are based in Topeka. I am actually in the office now.
Okay.
I work in the technology center, basically with research and innovation. So new product development is what I do.
So procurement. So are you dealing with suppliers, services? Like what does that look like
Yes.
every day?
Oh, it's identifying suppliers that will provide us with ingredients that we want to use in new diets.
Okay.
But I don't buy for what we produce today. I buy from things that we are going to launch, let's say, in a horizon time of 3 to 10 years.
All right. Is
So
it
in
a
some
small,
cases,
okay, small, medium company, or is it a national chain?
no, it's a large, it's a large company. Hill's Pet
Okay.
Nutrition is a subsidiary of Colgate, Palmolive,
Okay.
the toothpaste company,
Uh-huh.
Colgate Palmolive, toothpaste, oral care company. So we
Nice.
are the second category for Colgate. The first business is oral care, and the second is us, pet nutrition,
Excellent.
and the third is personal care products.
So you've got some people selling you stuff every now and again.
Yeah, we are everywhere. It's a large company. Yeah.
You do know, of course, that in your coaching program that you have Jan Potgieter, who is negotiation coach to some of the biggest corporate brands in the world, giving you a small chapter on confidence in negotiation, right?
I didn't know. I
Now
have to
you
check
know.
that one.
Yeah, another bonus. And so well done on investing in yourself, because a big part of the coaching program, Clara, is that we understand what negotiation is. And I've spent many, many years selling to, negotiating with procurement, indirect procurement, supply chain management, directors, and so on, all over the world. And before I did that, I didn't really have an understanding of what negotiation is. Most people don't. So you have a little bit of access to Jan, who is on speed dial to the head legal counsel of Adidas Global.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any questions you have around procurement, purchasing, supply chain, anything, you ask them here. If I don't have the answer for you, I'll go ask the guru.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I will take that
Welcome.
offer.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome, love. Okay. Anybody else? I think not everyone is able to be on camera. That's fine. I've got your messages. Thank you. Okay. So welcome, guys. So good to see you again. We've still got a few people joining us. We're going to just get started. Only a couple of things from me. You will have seen the update that Atlanta is not happening in February. I'm very, very sad and disappointed that that is the case. Is what it is. Family first, of course, and thank you so much for your kind messages. If you have booked, and a lot of you have the option to get refunded, or you have the option, which is amazing that most of you have taken, is to keep your ticket for the next event. I will be back in America. I didn't get started in Dallas and have the dynamic connections that we did and not come back, okay, for more. So we'll be doing it in 2025. It's just a matter of timing. Thank you so much for your prayers. My family can do with it. And as soon as we know what the next date is, we'll be announcing it. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Michelle, have you changed your hair color or your hair something, or your bangs? Because no, it looks good. I mean, you always look good, but it looks good. So whatever you're doing, it's almost like your bangs are fuller. You can unmute yourself, my love. Let me hear about your hair. Hair is important. No, it's okay.
I got
There you
it.
go.
I just let it down today, and it's
Okay.
fluffy.
Yeah, I like it fluffy. You can put it behind one ear and pull it to the side and do like a side. I want you to play with your hair, okay? Your hair is such an important part of your personal style. I'm loving the things that you're doing. I want you to bring it to the side. I want you to do like a side braid. I want you to get onto YouTube. There's like 60-second little tutorials there of what to do with beautiful, fluffy, long hair. So I want to see it up. I want to see it down. I want to see it around to the side, okay? Because what that does is it tells it, as you know, you're in the fashion business, whether you like it or not. And when you walk into a room or a Zoom, you're saying something without saying a word, through your hair, through your makeup, through your accessories, through what you wear. And all of that is either communicating confidence or lack thereof. And confidence is going to attract good people and good opportunities. And so every time, especially if you have regular Zoom calls, guys, if you are running or attending events online, you need to be doing something different with your hair. I have super short hair, okay? I'm growing out my pixie. This is when it starts driving me crazy, but I'm still doing something different with it. Sometimes I wear a hairband. Sometimes I put a little bow in here. Who says you can't wear stuff in your hair when you've got short hair? Who said? So you want to be doing something different, because that means that you're not predictable and boring and the same old, that there's always something interesting about you. People are drawn to that. People notice the little things. All right. So good stuff, Michelle. I'm noticing. It's really good.
Kim, thank you. Kim had me pull it to the side when we were at Dallas one night, so I did that. So I need to play more.
Good job, Kim. I love Kim's influence. I love it, Kim. And you connect really well with so many people, Kim. So you keep at it. That's amazing. And by the way, I saw your, thank you, Michelle. I saw, Kim, your beautiful silk shirt dress today that you're wearing. I gave you a little bit of feedback there. You might catch it later. Yeah, and I've seen years ago, I saw somebody with a beautiful silk dress, and she was wearing it over a tight, like kind of bodycon dress. And I thought, oh, with all that flow, and if it's kind of like a fall kind of autumn day, would be beautiful with just wide leg pants, high waisted. I mean, you've got the waist and the shape for it. So, and then a nice fitted cami, because you've got all the flow on the silk shirt dress. So let's see.
I'll play
Let's
that.
see.
I'll play
Yeah.
with it.
Good stuff, Kim. Okay. The main thing today is, of course, Sweet September, which I gave you a couple of warnings, right? Yep, I like that, Shana. You ready? Okay. I gave you a couple of warnings. I was like, guys, be ready. A confident woman is ready at short notice or no notice. She's like, oh, okay, I've got half an hour to pack and board that plane. No problem. I'm on it. Why? Because you want to keep a small, as I always talk about, a small duplicate set of makeup. Your makeup, I've done that for years and years. Makeup is important, especially if there is no notice, especially if there is a crisis or family things going on or a funeral or something. You want to keep a duplicate set of the basics packed away. Even with a bag, I've got my gray little weekend bag. It's like a beautiful padded quilted River Island bag that goes with my gray suitcases and so on. I know where to go in my bathroom to grab my duplicate makeup, to put my cordless hair straightener. You think I don't use it. I use my straightener to curl my hair. Without that curler thing, this is flat as a pancake. This is powder play. This is hairspray. This is my curler and everything. So I've got a cordless one. Doesn't matter where I go in the world, not just the country, but in the world. I don't have to worry about what voltage is this thing and is it going to blow up in another country, because that can happen. If you're coming to South Africa, I'm so excited. We've had our first coaching call. We have our next one coming up in September. We have been through what you need to do to make sure that you have the right converters for the power. So your hairdryer is not going to work here in South Africa. Like mine doesn't work in America. That I figured out 20 years ago. I'm like, oh, it nearly blew up. Okay, so you need to make sure you know those things. And a cordless, they're expensive, but if you invest in them, especially if you are planning on traveling more, which really expands your confidence, by the way, you must always have your passport current, updated, and not expiring in 4 months' time. You just don't know, guys. If you're serious about your confidence, you don't know what life is going to bring your way. You have to always have a current and ready passport, a duplicate set of your makeup, and any tools like hair tools and other things and accessories that you use on a day-to-day basis, and a long weekend kind of emergency bag, almost like a hospital bag. You remember the days where we were pregnant and we had the hospital bag there for a while? Maybe you haven't had that baby, and that's okay, but you need to have some kind of emergency kit ready. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes you'll use it for it's a long weekend surprise date weekend. Awesome. And then you give yourself time to be more creative with your wardrobe and not worry about, oh my gosh, I've got to pack all this stuff. My husband once woke me up for my 37th birthday. It was one of my best birthdays. He woke me up at 4 a.m. I'm like, this better be good. It's like 4 freaking a.m. And he said, and it was my 37th birthday that weekend. And he said, you have, I think he gave me something like under an hour. It was like 45 minutes or an hour, which you would never do unless he was very confident. And he said, get up. We have an hour until the cab arrives. We're going to the airport. We're going away for your birthday. So my first thing, I felt terrible. I felt so guilty for many years. And what my first thought was, it's like, oh, where are we going? What am I going to wear? Then I remembered, I have a baby. What's going to happen to my baby? He's looking after my baby. I'm like, Linda, your priorities are screwed up. But seconds later, I'm like, what about Jamie? Because he was a baby. He's like, it's all taken care of. The nanny's on extra duty this weekend. We had a beautiful au pair. She was amazing. And we went on a 4-day trip to New York. And he said, and don't pack a thing. We're going shopping. I'm like, Wow, that was just amazing. That's when 37, yeah, I went shopping in New York. I don't like shopping in New York, actually. I don't find it easy. You have to cover a lot more ground. Things are obviously more expensive. And you have to really, really know where you're going and what you're looking for, or really to know where you're going and where these little places are. And as a result, I spent a lot of time finding nothing, like one or two things maybe, but it was still absolutely beautiful. It was one of the best times and birthdays of my life. Always be ready, okay? So that comes back to Sweet September. We start tomorrow. By show of hands, just give me a little wave. Who's in? Who's in on the Sweet September deal? Nice, guys. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Listen, I'm right there with you, Ricky, okay? No red wine with dinner. What the hell? We have to make sure we don't fall into our coffin, which is our comfort zone. Your comfort zone is your dead zone. It's where you will find yourself waking up in your coffin and getting back in your coffin. Comfort makes us weak. It makes us lazy. It makes us slow. And then life happens, but wine is a fruit. Cindy, I love you. Cindy says, but wine is a fruit. I'm with Cindy. Yes, but very fermented fruit. So Cindy, I hear you, love. If you are giving up your wine, if you're giving up your bubbles, if you're giving up maybe you have a certain kind of biscuit with your coffee in the afternoon, if you're giving up whatever it is, then good job, because it sharpens the senses. It's all about mental grit. You will lose weight. You will feel stronger, better, faster. You will, because remember that the other thing that I added to the short list is minimum workout of 5 times a week of 45 minutes each. You can do an hour if you want. You can do an hour and a half. I usually go for 45 minutes. I'm going to see if I can carve out time for an hour. And I normally do like 4 times a week. Then I got a little bit slack, and then it's 5 times, and then it's up and down. It's 5 times a week, every single week, minimum 45 minutes each. And it's breaking a sweat, okay? So you don't have to ask me, well, what is workout? Is it indoor? Is it outdoor? You know what it is, okay? Just open the damn door and get it done, okay? Whatever door you want to do it in, inside, outside. It's 45 minutes minimum, and you're working your butt off, literally. You're breaking sweat, okay? And you walk away thinking, dang it, that was awesome. I feel fantastic. You're going to be giving energy to get energy. You're going to be releasing endorphins, and you're not going to be putting it, back in your mind with 2 glasses of wine tonight, because I know exactly how that feels. It's comfortable and it's good. And we feel like I go to the gym and I work it off, and then I can have my wine. It's just too easy. So all we're doing is we're clearing the mind, and we're clearing the closet, and we're clearing space for mental grit. That's what that is. Okay. And sometimes a short little 34 days, 28 August, 34 days. You and I have done 75 hard, okay? Some of you have done 75 hard with me. That shit's hard, excuse my French, okay? That is hard. 75 days of no alcohol, no this, no that, then 2 workouts a day, every single day. One must be indoor, one must be outdoor, regardless of the weather. If you haven't done 75 hard, check it out. #75 hard with Andy Frizella. That was introduced to me by a beautiful client, Jenny Hostetler, some years ago. I'm like, what the hell? It has blessed me many times over. I failed the first time. And I'm like, okay, that didn't work. It's about mental grit. It's about making sure that and you're coming to a new season soon. Okay, so the 1st of September where I live is spring. Thank you, Lord. Oh, we saw flowers on our walk this weekend. It's like, and spring has been teasing us. Like, I wore like a cute off-shoulder little top the other day with my skinny jeans and I'm out there. And today I've got this turtleneck and 2 double thick jackets on. I'm like, whatever, okay? So spring is like teasing a little bit. But this Sunday, I'm like claiming it is spring. Your side, you're going into autumn, or maybe you're going into, depending on where you live, it might be a hard change of season, or it might be very subtle and you might not feel much change. But we want to always be a step ahead of the season with your mindset, with your plan of action, and with your closet. So that's why I said on your list is the following, okay? Robin has been super sweet, and she's put this cute little Sweet September checklist together. If you haven't seen it, you want to go and download it, put it up in big, print it, and put it on your desk, put it in your bedroom. Make sure you don't miss it. No one's going to be tracking you. Our currency is honesty, okay? So you're going to be saying amen. If by day 13 you decide, oh my gosh, I'm at this birthday party and I'm going to have a glass of bubbles, hey, it's Tuesday. You choose, but then you're out, okay? It's 34 days of commitment to the woman in the mirror, not to me, although I will hold your ass accountable. If you say to me, Linda, I just had a little sip of what I get. No, a sip is a sip. A little bite is a bite, okay? We're denying ourselves a little bit to gain a lot, to gain experience and reminder that we can do these things. 34 days is nothing. So, number 1 is no alcohol. Number 2, no sugar. We have said okay to honey, okay? Pure honey. A lot of honey is laced with crap, as you know. A lot of honey is laced with all kinds of stuff that honey doesn't need. So make sure that it's pure honey, that it's natural, raw honey. That's number 2. Number 3, no bread or pasta. That means no almond bread, no wheat bread, no regular bread, no. And a lot of us make our own. A lot of us do, and it's no bread. I bake a mean challah bread on a Friday night, okay? And I mean, and so does my girl. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to smell it. I'm like, and I'm just not going to partake in it for however many Fridays or in those 34 days. Number 4, no criticism of yourself or others. Now, do you think I'm doing this for you only? I do this for me, okay? I do this for me. I have to learn and remember that I am my kid's mom. I'm not their coach. It's too easy sometimes to just like help, and sometimes the line gets blurred and I want to help them to do this. Don't do this, do that. I'm like, it's just encouragement. Or with my husband, I'm not his coach. I'm his wife. I don't have to be helping him to get something done better or done right. And so sometimes our encouragement can come across as criticism. I get that feedback and I want to heed it because it's not okay. And do I want the best for them? Yeah. But do they sometimes, could they do without? My son said to me the other day, I'm like, what is that big sigh? Sit your butt down. And he's like, Mom. And he told me, he said, I love your heart for wanting the best of me. And he just gave, and I stood there. It was like a 20-second thing. He said, but sometimes I don't want to be better. Sometimes I just want to do what I do. Sometimes I don't want to see a better way. And then he said, and sometimes it's hard work with you. Like there's always a better, stronger way. And it does benefit me. But he said, sometimes I don't want to do it. And this week I don't want to do it. I'm like, okay. So that feedback is precious. That feedback is amazing. And walking the other day, I wonder if my son and my daughter haven't had a conversation lately, because walking the other day, so I'm expressive, right? I'm an extrovert. I can be loud and I can make a noise, but then also sometimes I don't like certain noises because it hurts my ears. And then Paige and I were walking the dog, and she says, I want you to know, sometimes when you raise your voice saying this kind of thing, it hurts my feelings and it hurts my ears. I'm like, what? So, and I didn't have any clue about it. This feedback is amazing. This came after I decided to do these things, but this is why I put in front of you and in front of me these challenges, these calls to action. It's not just to challenge, it's a call to action. Will we act in a way that is consistent with growing and loving and developing ourselves without necessarily dragging anyone else along with it? And sometimes we need to give up some stuff to make way for that. So this is just about you and me, okay? This is about us doing what's good for us, because it's not about doing hard things. It's about the D word, okay? Discipline. It's that C word, consistency. It's all those beautiful things. Discipline, commitment, and consistency. That's what we're looking for. And it's a very, very simple 34 days. So if there's anything going on in your life, I would really encourage you to ask the people in your life who you love, who you really want to see thrive. Ask them for their feedback before you get started tomorrow. Is there something that I'm doing or not doing that is either hurting or benefiting our relationship that I could do differently? A little thing, a tiny thing. Ask them that. Challenge yourself. Open yourself up to that feedback. Don't ask somebody whose opinion you don't respect, who doesn't have the results that you trust, who doesn't deserve or hasn't earned a spot to give feedback in your life, okay? You must be very careful from whom you take feedback in your life. It's very, very important. But ask people that you love, who you respect and admire and who you have a real relationship with, is there anything I'm doing or I'm not doing that you would love to see change for the benefit of our relationship? And see what comes back at you. I do that on a regular basis, and sometimes I'm not surprised. I'm like, great, now that's awesome, makes sense to me. And other times I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know, or I didn't even see that. I had the most amazing conversation, beautiful, dauntless client of mine today, and we are bridge builders, you and I. As women, we are bridge builders. We are the ones who break down the barriers, break down the chains, break down those things that stand between us and other people. And it's a privilege, and it can be hard work as well. But we're bridge builders between people, in relationships, in business, in homes, and in communities. And that's why I'm saying more and more lately. I've been saying it in different ways, but I've got 3 words every time I talk about something specific: is be a woman. Be a woman. Step into the fullness of your spirit of beauty. Don't catch yourself getting all sweaty under the collar and all het up about other people in the world and what they're doing. There are people in the world who are getting angry and mad and really sad and frustrated at people that they will never ever meet, who are having gender difficulties or gender changes. Listen, you do you, okay? So the world hasn't gone crazy. It hasn't. Human nature is the one thing that has not changed since the dawn of mankind. Human nature is as predictable today as it was in the Garden of Eden. Human nature wants the same things, avoids the same things, and likes and dislikes the same things. Give or take a little bit of personality here and there. Don't lose your cool over something that someone is doing oceans away who you'll never meet. Don't you have enough going on in your life that you got to deal with? Do you not have enough challenges in your life that you got to go, holy cow, this is a lot to deal with? I know I do. You can be very passionately committed to who you are, what you stand for, what you won't tolerate in your life, and what you believe in, without falling apart when someone else does something different. So when it comes to political, sexual, financial, gender-based things that are going on in the world, you need to know what's going on. You need to ask some questions, and you need to go, okay, that's not for me. But don't you be judging them. You haven't walked a day in his, her, their shoes. And I say that with all respect, okay? You be you, I be me, he be he, she be she. Or these days, he be she be he. I've been saying, I'm thinking I got to come up with a different, you know what I'm saying. Be a woman. If you are born a woman and you're happy to be a woman, you've decided you are, be a woman. Get up, dress up. Be that bold light on a hill. Shine your light without apology, with humility and without apology. Confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is a condition of the heart. Humility is a condition of the heart. Be a woman. You can be confident, you can be passionate, you can be kind, you can be fierce, you can be feminine, all in the same 5 seconds. Don't be on the fence with this. Be a woman, so that anybody who ever meets you or ever comes across you goes like, wow, there's no doubt about it, she's a woman. And that doesn't mean you're a bra-burning feminist, because what started out as a good thing years ago is not what it is today. And it doesn't mean that you're a doormat saying yes and okay to everything that comes your way. No, you know me. I have a big mouth. I've got firm opinions, and I'm very passionate about what I believe in. But other people, just do your thing, man. I can accept and respect you, and accept and respect what I do. This is a women-only community. I'm sorry if that doesn't accommodate you. I'm not here to accommodate everybody. We're about being a woman. It doesn't mean I don't care about people out there. It doesn't mean that I don't go out of my way and that I don't help. It doesn't mean that. It just means this is my calling. This is my thing. This is what I'm doing. This is where I feel very strong and confident in. There's no way I can accommodate everybody. And even if I could, I don't know that I would want to. So where you are as a woman in your life, be a woman and look around you and look for those who are hurting and just compliment them. Use fashion as a connector. Hey, like, you know, I made anyway, the other day, he is a man who obviously now is a woman working in an office very close to me. And I didn't know. And I was confused. And I found myself kind of, because the voice was very light as well, but then anyway, long story short, I found myself a little bit dazed and confused for a few seconds because there was no name badge. I didn't know how to address him or her. And then I complimented him or her on something that he was wearing, and everything changed. I think he is transgender, and that's what's going on, but he's got such a feminine, beautiful, high cheekbone face. Anyway, I was confused, and these things don't bother me, but I found myself a little bit unsure, and then I just went to fashion. I'm like, by the way, he was wearing a black turtleneck and something else. I'm like, love that turtleneck. And instantly we had a conversation and a short connection. That's all I want to say on that, okay, is be a woman, be yourself, step into the fullness of your spirit of beauty. Don't you dare apologize for being passionate and committed and confident in who you are and what you believe in, because it's not mutually exclusive to you. It runs in parallel with respecting and honoring others around you. Respect and honor yourself and those around you. You don't have to agree, but let us do life together. Let us learn from one another. Okay, let me get off my little soapbox and confirm that Sweet September starts tomorrow. No alcohol, no sugar, no bread or pasta, exercising 5 times a day, minimum for 45 minutes, no criticism of self or others. Okay. And that means, like, in the car or wherever, it's like, don't do that. That was really unkind to your sister. That's criticism. I'm going to have to find another way to do some things, right? So yeah, there's a couple of things that come up on a regular basis. I'm going to have to find another way, and that's really good. And then you're doing a picture post daily. Okay, I want to see your story. What's happening every day? Because day one, I want you to track it. Day 1 on the 28th of August is not going to look and feel the same as day 27. So it's a picture post. You're putting a picture there, not just of your shoes. I want to see the whole of you. And you're posting, Sweet September, tick, 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 tick. Oh my gosh, here's what happened today. I'm really grumpy because I'm hangry and I want my bread. And I want some wine and I'm not happy. Put that there. I don't mind. But remember, it's no criticism of yourself or others. So you're saying, but you know what? I'm in it. I got it. And I'm going to do it. And let's surround each other. Let's have fun with this and let's support. Be okay if you are feeling. Remember, it says you can feel nervous, you can feel angry, you can feel, but don't be those things, right? So let your feelings feel. There are people that must come up and out. They must have their own little party, but don't act in that vein. Don't act angry. Don't act in all those things. Let's see how we do with Sweet September. Any questions on Sweet September starting tomorrow? Let me know. Shauna, go for it, my love. Open up your mic.
Hello, ladies. My question is, can we have fruit? I've kind of tried to start the process, and I'm like, no sugar. I wonder if fruit's excluded. So I just wanted to be certain.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yes, fruit. So Garden of Eden is what we're looking for, so real, natural, unprocessed goodness. So a lot of people, and you ask that, and it's a legitimate question, because a lot of people, even nutritionists, will say, no fruit, no this, no that. I mean, that's because on top of everything else we're having, it is high in sugar, but fruit, 100%. So as long as it's not processed, so you can't have some dried fruit is laced with sugar. It's laced with things. So just check the ingredients, okay? Good question, Shauna. So whatever you buy, pretty much when it comes to eating, sugar-free, processed, junk-free, you're going to have less bags, less packets, less processed stuff in your cupboard, in your pantry, on your shelf. And it's just going to be more natural. So I can tell you what I do a lot of. And so nuts, okay? So when I want something sweet, I grab any fruit. I've got ready here, I've got guavas, I've got bananas, I've got grapes, I've got nachos. What do you guys call them? It's been a while. Clementines. What do you call them in America? Not a clementine. Is it a clementine? Okay, because in the UK, they call them something else as well. Here it's a nachi. It's just a more fun name. And so I've got those, and I've got a couple other things. And then so for breakfast, I'll chop up some apple. I'll put on some chopped walnuts, and I drizzle it with honey. I'm not shy with the honey. And it's like a really nice, sweet, crunchy little treat instead of my Aero bar that I've suddenly started craving the last flippin' 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. And so fruit, veg, and then nuts, okay? All kinds of nuts. You can have salted, but unsalted is better. So, but either or. So I've got almonds, I've got macadamias, and I've got Brazil nuts, and I just have a handful, and it fills me up on the savory side because there's natural oils coming back into my body. And then coffee. So I haven't yet made a plan for my coffee tomorrow because I clearly got hooked on my French vanilla, American favorite little product. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't like black. I'm not going to have black coffee. So does it mean I'm not going to have coffee? I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't drink milk. I don't like regular milk, and I do not like almond milk in my coffee. So I might be a little bit hangry / coffee. What's coffee withdrawal from tomorrow? We'll see. And then you decide, okay? You decide, Ricky, you got a suggestion?
I was going to say, try heavy whipping cream. That's what Kate puts in her coffee. There's no sugar in it.
What's in there?
Heavy whipping cream. It's just dairy. There shouldn't be any. Now double check the container.
Double check the
ingredients. There shouldn't be any sugar in it.
I'll check that. Thank you. I'm going to go to
and maybe add a little vanilla to your coffee.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
That's not a bad idea. The whipping cream, if it's sugar-free, yeah, I'll try that.
And vanilla.
Does the vanilla have sugar?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
The French vanilla.
Not
the vanilla.
Vanilla.
The French
vanilla. Just real vanilla.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about vanilla syrup.
Oh, no. Yeah. The real vanilla that you would use in baking.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll try that. Actually, that's a good idea. Thank you. I'll give that a go.
That's what I do. I'm doing cream and I have almond flavoring and I have vanilla flavoring.
Nice.
And so no sugar in it. And it gives me that little boost. And once I get used to it, I'll just be able to put cream in it. So I'll be fine.
Totally. Absolutely. I mean, when we get off our little crutches, it's amazing how we not just get you to something else, but we actually prefer something else that's better for us, right? So I actually drink, funny enough, when I give up coffee, I'm always breaking up with coffee. I'm always breaking up with Coca-Cola. Hello, I just had my last one tonight. So this, oh my gosh, this little demon has been part of my life since the age of 17. I'm always breaking up with Coke. I'm always breaking up with coffee. It's okay. It's just what we do, them and I. But I actually found and I shared this with you guys a couple of years ago, and last year there is a tree called a mesquite tree, MESQUITE. It's actually indigenous to South Africa, and it is a plant-based coffee. So you have different brands. So here it's a different name in South Africa. And when I wanted to get rid of all caffeine, coffee, etc., I found the mesquite bean, and it's the most beautiful, aromatic, quite smoky coffee, but it's total 100% plant. It's called Manna Brew, MANNA, Manna Brew here in South Africa. You get the generic in different countries. And I got onto that, and then I started pouring my French vanilla in there. Now that's what I do. I actually prefer it to real coffee, but without my French vanilla, it's just not going to be the same. But I'm going to try those things. Thank you. It's all these little things that can save us time and money and brain space. So that's what I'm going to do. I drink coffee black, but have to have honey. Well, okay, that's cool. Heather, can I add plant brew coffee when I come to Africa? Yes, Erica, good idea. So you need to email, because Heather's not here with us today, heather@lindapaige.com. And just tell her Linda was talking about Manna Brew. Absolutely, Erica. It's a great idea, and I'll introduce you to it. It is so aromatic. It's so smoky. And you're sitting watching over the mountains in the winelands. Listen, heather@lindapaige.com, okay? And anybody else who wants to come to South Africa, we might have one seat left. Okay, so that is it for Sweet September. And you're posting your picture. And be real, okay? Just be real. Guys, I'm irritable today. But here I am. Here's my picture, damn it. Here's my post, and I'm on it, and it's day 8, and I'm in it, okay? And we will rally around each other. And I want you to track for yourself, day 1 to day 34. What happened? How do you feel at the end, okay? Because if we don't track it, we can't measure it. If we don't measure things, we can't slowly but surely improve things. And it is about taking steps forward. We're designed to get better, stronger, faster. And I'm not a believer in always racing to be better, stronger, faster. We must celebrate our successes. We must also just be happy and content with where we are sometimes. But you love the Super Bowl and the Olympics and Wimbledon tennis and the World Cup rugby because your spirit of excellence is always looking for something to improve upon. And whether that's dressing up, whether that is doing better in your business, that's it all counts. I'm not doing a daily pick. I'm taking the other option to do something new every day. Erica, there is no other option, love. I'm not sure what other option you're talking about. The 34 days is a daily pick. Option to do something new every day. I don't know what that is. The 6 things on the list for Sweet September includes a picture post daily. Okay, if you've got a question about that, let me know. Linda, can you put this option for coffee? Date syrup? No. Yeah, absolutely. Date syrup, by the way, is the honey that the Bible talks about. I only discovered that when I was in Israel many years ago. Date syrup is the original honey. And it is like so sweet and it's so incredibly pure and it's amazing. As long as it has no sugar in it, Cindy, absolutely no problem. Date syrup is amazing. Yeah, perfect, no problem. But okay, make sure you get your stuff in, okay? So you take charge of this and don't find yourself on day 9 going, oh, but I thought we could. No, whatever it is, make sure that you're in on all of those 6 things. You're doing it for 34 days. We've got each other to do it with. We're going to have some fun with it. And then on the 1st, we are going to, you'll see there will be a different Zoom link for all of us to get in on and debrief. And then we'll take it from there on the 1st, which is a Tuesday. All right. Any questions on Sweet September or anything else before we wrap up? Anything else in your closet? Anything else in Sweet September? Go for it, Ricky.
I just wanted to show you my powder brows that Jacqueline did Friday when I was up at Traverse City with the girls. I finally had them done.
Yeah, today.
I love them.
Hang on. Let me pin you here. Hang on a second. Give me a sec. Oh, okay. So Jacqueline did them. Yes.
Jacqueline did these.
Nice.
Yes, Friday.
Okay.
I should have done it sooner.
I
love it. It's
Every
great.
powder brow artist will say to you, the constant feedback is, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? Mine, a number of years ago, was, why didn't I do this sooner? Okay, fantastic. And what made you do it?
Well, you obviously, because you talk about it all the time and I see how great they look on you and the time saving in the morning of not having to get the gel and get it perfect and clean it all up and everything. And my brows here, I plucked them too far back. And so,
oh my gosh,
the color is kind of where it needs to be. So it improved the shape and she took some off here and it was like an instant eye lift.
It is. It's a total, it lifts more than just the eye. It's like a facelift from the top. Yeah.
And even if I have no makeup on at all, it still looks like I'm complete, maybe. I don't know.
Right. So when you have a makeup, totally right. So what Ricky says, when you wake up on a Saturday and you're deciding I'm just having a rest day, no makeup, and your brows are done, it just feels like you've still got makeup on, right? Especially having no brows. And that's why, if you haven't heard me talking about it, powder brows are so much better than microblading, which is very invasive. It can leave very red scar tissue. And if it has worked for you in the past, that's great, no problem. Powder brows do not hurt, Cindy. I am a wuss, okay? I'm a total baby. And any kind of teeny tiny little pain, I'm like, no. I mean, you'll feel a little bit of like something's going on. But I was like, no, Linda, I was such a baby for so long. And after I'm like, what was all the fuss about? It wasn't sore, right?
No, and of course she gave me really good instructions and she gave me the foam cleanser and the cream and things that I need to do in the morning and in the evening. And it hasn't hurt. It's not red. It doesn't itch.
Yep. And what's great on yours, because usually depending on how dark you want to go. So remember, if you're gray like me, or Ricky's quite gray, if you're quite, I'm very pale. This is me with makeup on. I'm like really vanilla with my skin color. Then most women's fear is, well, what if it goes like, I've seen these like black caterpillar brows and it looks don't be, then you're just looking at the wrong pictures, because you should never be worried about that. In the first 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, they will always be darker than they will be doing going forward. But yours actually for the first few weeks is really not bad at all. It's not as dark as they normally are, which is fantastic.
Yeah. And she mixed 2 different colors. so that it would work with my skin tone and my hair and everything. So it was custom mixed to suit me. And she's good. I mean, that's number one is find somebody who's excellent at what they do. And Jacqueline is excellent at what she does.
She is. And that's why I refer her. Jacqueline and I were sitting on a luxury bus out onto safari in South Africa one day when I said to her, build your brow business. It is a very specialist thing. And you know the price that people pay in America compared to what we pay here and even in Europe, you have to build this business where the price is X. And don't charge so low, don't charge so high, come in over here somewhere. And she's very good. She took that thing and she ran, and I've seen some of her before and after photos. She is fantastic. I'm so proud of her. And she's a genuine woman. She's a good woman. So I love that. I love that. You should do a before and after picture in school because there are lots of women. So if you haven't done your brows, guys, brows are the frame to your pretty face that is the picture that is you. Okay. If you are doing, now I have had my brows done for, what is it, like almost 2.5 years, 2-something years. And just about 2 weeks ago, I've had to start taking my little brow brush again because they're starting to fade. And I'm thinking, this sucks. This is like taking, and I'm starting to have to pluck. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm so spoiled and used to my brows that now if I've got to do this for like 60 seconds, that's 60 seconds too much. So I'm going to have to go for a touch-up. Once you have them down, you just have a touch-up. They should be lasting you at least 1.5 years, if not 2. That's really depending on how dark you go, depending on who you get. But as always, with the hairstylist, and it's semi-permanent makeup, okay? It's not a tattoo. It's like a tattoo. It will fade after 18 to 24 months. But when you have your brows done, it communicates confidence. It frames your pretty face. It highlights your eyes, which are the windows to your soul. And it brings everything in so that you actually influence people who are looking at you. You communicate confidence just through brows. Every single award-winning makeup artist I have worked with, including celebrity makeup artists in the last 10, 11, 12 years, I've asked them all, what is the most important part of makeup? 10 out of 10, brows. 10 out of 10. So if that's you, you need to get online and you need to go and do some research. Best, highest recommended powder brow makeup artist in my area, or don't even do in my area. There are people you need to travel for. Brow people, dentists, and hairstylists, okay? You travel for them. You travel far, there and back, okay? These people are not easy to find. When you find them, you book them, you pay for them, and you make sure that they know that you are a VIP client in their lives. So they'll be flexible for you. And so you want to look at the reviews. Because of online fashion shopping today, you will have far more value in and accuracy in the online reviews than ever before. Because women, especially women, even men, are leaving reviews for online purchases based on the fact that we all do so much online shopping. So the reviews need to be high, okay? Doesn't this mean that we can do, okay, Erica, I'm going to get back to you in a minute. So still on powder brows, you want to make sure that you find good reviews, or if you know someone who's got great brows, find out where Jacqueline is. Where does she live according to where you live? Maybe you guys can get together. These girls they all met in South Africa through Spirit of Beauty. They all just got together again and had some big girls get together party at Pamela's place, right? On the lake, on the beach, and Kate's book launch. And I love that because beautiful women getting together, maintaining relationships. Not everyone's going to be bosom buddies, and that's okay. But being intentional, that word, intentional, be intentional about your brows. Be intentional about the next 34 days. Be intentional about your relationships. Oftentimes, I hear people, and you might have said this yourself, but I didn't intend for that to happen. Well, here's the truth. You didn't intend for it not to happen either. I'm going to say that again, okay? If something goes wrong and you say, oh my gosh, but I didn't intend for that to happen, it does mean that you didn't intend for it not to happen either. Of course, there's going to be exceptions here and there. But every time I've seen that happen, it's like you didn't intend for it not to be, which means you didn't intend for the right thing in the right direction and so on. Powder brows, okay, get online, check it out, find out where Jacqueline is, and be smart and say, Jacqueline, there's me and 4 girlfriends. And so what's it going to cost for you to fly to us? Okay. Or what's it going to cost? Because her rates are good. her skill set is good. And then you want to go online and just see powder brows in the USA. Oh my gosh, you can pay up to $850. It's very, very expensive. Is it worth it? No brainer. But you don't have to pay that. And if you can get smart, get creative, find someone like Jacqueline and see what you can do to find out what her rates are. Ask Ricky, can you just make, and in fact, Ricky, I would really do a before and after in school.com. Share your results, share the link, share everything. Tag Jacqueline in there, tag me as well. I can share a few photos as well from clients that I've seen that I've sent her way. And
she lives in
check it out.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, yeah. But just share her social media handles and so people can have a look at before and after photos. Your research must include before and after photos and lots of them. So I'm hoping that Jacqueline is doing that because I've said to her, more after, before and after photos. And then you must do your research in terms of the reviews. They must have high rated reviews, you know, so 9.4 or 9.2 or 9.5 out of 10. And then you read the reviews as well. Take your time. Take half an hour one day. These are your brows. You wake up with these things. You walk into a room with these things. So half an hour research is nothing. Okay. And Jacqueline referred me to someone about 60, 80 miles away, $1,500. Wow. Yeah. You can get it done for between $650 and $850. But 700 is about the average. 1,500. I mean, that's crazy, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. We pay a lot less here. Come to South Africa, pay the flight, and then I'll hook you up with my girl, which is what we're doing again for the third time end of this year. Okay, so Cindy, Jacqueline apparently is in Pennsylvania. Look out for Ricky's post in school.com, okay, where everybody who's not on this call or catching the replay can also benefit. This is only for DTC coaching clients. Let's everybody else benefit from this as well. Good stuff, Ricky. Okay. Erica, doesn't this mean we can do something new every day instead of the pick? So I'm opening. When I click on your link, Erica, it says a temp input document and it doesn't give me any document. So are you able to unmute yourself, or you are very welcome to send me a message. You can send it to me at school.com, one-on-one, private chat. Because the answer very simply is no. It's a picture post every day. There was never an alternative because we want to see and track what's happening. All right. So that's the short answer is there hasn't ever been an alternative. Maybe somebody else came up with one. I don't know about it, and no, it doesn't apply. It's a picture post daily. And it might be you on day 4 or day 9 on your couch feeling hangry and looking and feeling like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It doesn't matter. Put it out there. Put your picture post in and say, I'm here, I'm struggling, man, I'm missing my sugar, or man, I'm missing whatever it is, but I'm here and I'm doing it, and I've ticked all 6 boxes today. That's it. That's all you need, okay? Never do we ever look for perfect, polished presentations. We're looking for real. We're looking for all that stuff. All right, folks, unless you have any other questions, we're going to wrap up here. Checking your messages. Yeah, okay, cool. You misunderstood, Erica. I'll send the message in case. Yeah, okay. And I'd love for you to post that in school.com. So if you read something that looks like it wasn't necessary, thanks for doing that, Erica. Post it in school today and just say, hey, guys, if you also misunderstood this, these are the 6 things. It's in Robin's thing. She's been posting it out often. You'll find it in your email box as well. How to track and record the CoachCall completion. So no one is tracking Tammy, so you do that, right? So to have your CoachCall done before this is ideal, but you have until the 30th of September. And if you're in DTC and you've passed the CoachCall, which is assignment number 1, you should have your CoachCall done. Unless you're doing a little bit of a rejig for your new season, which is absolutely okay. But you will find in your closet, on your body, on the scale, with your makeup, with your food in the kitchen, you're going to have a few little changes, and all of those changes are going to add to a big result. So if you do 1 or 2 things differently in your closet, that goes on your tracking it, okay? Seriously, grab a journal, grab a notebook and say, I'm just going to make a note every day on one thing that I changed. Like, here's something that I changed, and oh my gosh, it's good, or it's working, and track that, okay? But your CoachCall needs to be done by the 30th of September. And Tammy, how do we know? Only you will know. Everything will be in place. Your hangers will be there. You'll be organized in all of those 6 categories. Your makeup will be sorted. your toiletries, your shoes, your accessories, your jewelry, and all of your clothes will have been taken care of. That's how you know. Shauna, go for it, my love. We'll take one more question.
So, Linda, I just wanted to ask you this and maybe see if the other ladies have done this. I did my closet call like months ago, but the one thing I have started doing is when I shop and I purchase something new, something has to come out of my closet so that I keep that balance, because I like shopping and nobody heard that. But now that like I know what looks good, it's like when I say, oh, I want that and I need it in this color and this color. And so to keep from overstuffing my closet and flowing over into another closet, what I've done is when I bring something in, as painful as it might be, I take something out. You know, it doesn't have to be a pair of shoes for a pair of shoes, but something got to come out of that closet.
That's right. So, I like it. I like it. And listen, by the way, there is nothing wrong with loving shopping, okay? I know I hold you guys to account with your space, with your closet call, with being faithful, with your time, your body, and your money. But dang it, we're allowed to love shopping, okay? It's a beautiful thing. Color and style and texture and putting it all together and playing and dressing up and having fun. I believe, is a God-given gift for women. I really do. As long as Shauna says, you have some kind of system that helps you. You know how I feel about the thrift stores, because thrift store shopping, the strategy is price. And if price is leading your shopping, you don't have a style strategy. You have a money strategy. And your money strategy is, let me get as much quantity as I can for this price, which is why you've got a cluttered closet and nothing to wear. Okay, so if that's working for you, like Shauna, something's got to go before I buy something, that's a really good personal system of accountability. And that's fantastic. A lot of women do that. Otherwise, you just got to have some kind of plan where you have your basic capsule wardrobe and that you rotate something somehow. Whether you do it piece by piece, which is great, whether you do it seasonally or whether you do it biannually, which is what I do. I typically do every 6 months. I'm like, okay, I see a little bit of, it's like the closet walls are bulging here, and something's got to go. Okay, so find what works for you. But those 6 categories, you have them, the closet call, you know what to do. And remember, there's an outfit for that. You get that workout kit on, you get into your closet and you get it done. And then you won't believe, if you do a thorough closet call, you won't believe how simple it becomes after that. There's this black cloud this gray cloud that's been following you all these years about sorting out your closet. It disappears and the sunshine shines above you and the birds sing because your closet is organized. And it looks beautiful. And you go, ting, ting, ting. What am I going? I think you and I can play today. And you start having this relationship with your closet that makes you sound crazy, but makes you look good. Okay, so simple. All right, I love it. It's awesome. Rebecca, nice to see you here, my love. Nice to see you. Okay, folks, thank you for joining us. Chasing Sunsets, Riva, so good to have you here. Sandra, I see you here as well. Those of you who couldn't dial in on video, thank you for being here anyway. Clara Soraya Guerrero. Is it Guerrero? You see, there is some kind of...
Guerrero.
Clara Soraya Guerrero. Some kind of Latino that I wish I was Latino / Italian / but anyway.
Yeah.
I love your language. I absolutely love your language. I love Dominican Republic. Women from that country are beautiful. And they look...
Oh, thank you.
They look 38.
Have you ever been there?
I haven't. No, I haven't. My husband has.
It's a beautiful country.
I
hope you can make it sometime.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, you will enjoy, I hope.
I'm sure that I will. Guys, bless you. Thank you for being here. And I want you to know that as we kick off together tomorrow, that we do this together, okay? Don't for a second think that I've got everything together. Those of you who know me, you need to know you are a blessing in my life. That I don't get to do these things alone, that I get to do it with you. So thank you for getting up, dressing up, and being that bold light on a hill, because you encourage me as well. You support me as well, as much as I send it your way. So I want to say thank you. I really mean that. Have a blessed day ahead of you. And Shauna, I don't know when we are connecting again next, but do we have a call scheduled for our next connection in Dauntless?
Tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Tomorrow.
Nice. I shall see you then. All right, guys.
Okay.
Love you. Bless you. Have a good day. Cheers.